today to actually do another stream of an anime that's actually premiering this season. We're good to go, we are good to go, we are good to go. So yes, I'm back to actually do another anime premiere in this season of anime, in the full season of anime. That show actually being Rascal. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, which is the show, I believe, done by Cloverworks, which is an offshoot of A1 Pictures, that I believe it was announced this week or last, that they're actually not an offshoot anymore. They're their own company. I was like, oh, okay, that's actually quite interesting. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, this one looks kind of fine. I can't expect anything from it. I haven't really ever read any of the source material, so I actually literally know Man, I literally know nothing about it. So hopefully it's a pleasant surprise. Hopefully it actually is pretty freaking good. I'm not too sure just yet. It's really hard to tell because A1 Picture shows, or in this case Cloverworks shows, tend to go one of two ways. Tend to go the way of, oh, it's actually pretty freaking good, or oh, it's actually pretty freaking bad. So it's kind of like Trigger really at this point. You have to be very careful because it's one of those things that you either get a really good show or a really bad one. But I'm hoping this actually is the kind of the break for Cloverworks, actually kind of make them into an actual proper studio, actually kind of not the one that actually kind of handles the offshoots of A1 Picture shows. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's put on to actually gone live. So, gone live for I realized how bright that actually is now. I went back on Twitch. I was like, wow, it's bright. I do apologise. Alright, anyway. So, there is that done. There is that. There is that. We are done. We are done. So, anyway. Yes, perfect. Perfect. We're good to go. So, let's put Crunchyroll on full screen. And let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing now. I mean, it seems the setup's actually quite good, I think. I mean, it's one of those, I guess it's one of those plots that might have a deeper meaning to the whole entire thing. It depends on what actually happens in the end, I guess. Because, I mean, a lot of the time, shows tend to actually have a deeper meaning, but it's never really fully realised. It's kind of wasted. So it's one of those things you have to kind of bank on the fact that the writers and also the director kind of does it perfectly, I guess, in the end. Who knows? It's episode 1. Who knows? I'll be honest, it's actually been like, what? It's been 2 shows out of 2 shows not to have CG crowds. This show has CG crowds. It ruined the perfect streak anime had for 1 season of 2 shows about CG crowds. Damn it. I wonder the whole entire thing's got one massive metaphor for something, which tends to be the case sometimes. I mean, this is actually kind of fine so far. It's not really doing anything more than I expect, but it's kind of fine. It's a very similar tone to what you expect from a show that kind of does something different, if you get what I mean. It has that kind of same feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but shows like this have a feeling to it. They're very similar in kind of tone. Damn. Damn. I mean, it's got kind of an odd tone to it, to be honest, because it's kind of very... I don't know what the word is. It's kind of very absent. If you catch my drift, it's got, like, kind of... It's just... It's very kind of static, if you get what I mean. It's really weird to explain it. Huh. Kind of interesting, actually. It's quite interesting. That was a jump cut. Wouldn't you know? That's an actual jump cut. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how I feel towards this show just yet. I feel like it's one of those shows that will. Oh man, I feel like it'll be one of those shows that grows on you as time goes on. I feel it's one of those ones that I don't think will you kind of buy straight away. It's not one of those ones you buy straight away. You have to kind of get invested into it as time goes on. Things start to unravel, and I think that's how it kind of becomes a lot better. Because right now it's just kind of like it's very kind of closed. I mean, yeah. All right. So, oh god. Right. Jesus Christ! I hit my keyboard with my headphones just then. Jeez. Do apologise for that one. So yeah, I mean, this show's kind of really kind of weird. Like, it's one of those ones that on the one hand, I really do like it, but on the other hand, it's kind of like, it's got a weird kind of detachment, if you get what I mean. It's not like you kind of feel attached to, sometimes in shows, you feel attached to the whole entire thing, the struggle the character's going through and stuff like that. But this show is kind of different. You don't really kind of feel that attachment. You feel such a disconnect from the world. You kind of feel like you feel even more invisible than the main character does, in theory. You feel more invisible than Mai does. It's actually kind of an interesting angle to take, because you're kind of sitting there like, okay, I can't bring myself to grow attached to this just yet. I mean, as I said beforehand, it's why I don't really know what to say about this show so far, is because this show will grow as time goes on. And I feel as if it's too close at the moment, that I feel it's purposely done so as time goes on, you slowly kind of grow more and more attached to the world itself, to the characters themselves, and actually as time goes on, the plot begins to unravel as well, because right now, it's just inherently strange. It's one of those things I've kind of gotten from the show. It's inherently strange. I can't really just pinpoint anything about it. It's just one of those things, I'm kind of just confused more than anything. I want to see where the series actually kind of goes, because it's kind of interesting. It's one of those ones that's really taken me by surprise, because I really like it, but I just kind of feel that detachment away from the show itself. I mean, there's nothing in the show, if you get what I mean. The actual OST is quite absent. The actual main character feels like something you actually kind of find in a show like this. In essence, there's different kind of romance shows that don't really come very often, but you get that main character who's kind of like, he's very blank slated. He's actually just kind of emotionless. He kind of feels like that. It kind of has what you know beforehand, but there's something about it you kind of want to keep coming back to it, actually kind of see what happens next. I just don't know what it is. It's an inherently weird show, and I just don't know what to pinpoint about it. I mean, hopefully the show actually kind of unravels to something kind of good at the end, because I know it's only 12 episodes long, so it might in theory be a detriment to its series. But, I mean, it was throwing terms at you as well, like the whole thing about adolescent syndrome. I feel that as well. It's one of those things that it kind of throws stuff at you. I mean, it explains it, so it's fine. But, I mean, it's one of those ones you have to kind of wonder, okay, so where does it all lead to? What's really going on with Mai's character? Because it kind of has a supernatural angle to it. Is there multiple timelines? We don't know, because it kind of seems as if there is something going on with the whole storyline being told. It's one of those things that you kind of have to wonder, what's the true kind of purpose of the show? What's really going on here? Where does it all lead to? So really, all in all, it has a really interesting angle that I kind of like, but it's one of those ones that I feel as if people might drop at episode 1 because it's kind of different, and I feel as if it's actually kind of a bad thing to do, because this show's got something that you have to come back each week to actually kind of find out how the plot unravels next. You can't really just give up with it. It's got a kind of one of those storylines you have to keep going and going and going to actually do really find out truly what's going on here. And possibly that actually kind of is the advantage the series actually has. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens later on, as they say. So yeah, that is me done for today. Sorry, I have to keep this stream a little bit shorter. My throat is giving out actually. So, as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed doing it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed doing it here on YouTube and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you want to stay a little bit longer as well, then do follow me on Twitter, because you will then know when these streams go live, anything else that actually does happen in my life as well. And if Twitter actually is not your thing, I do have a Discord server as well, so join that. You'll know when these streams go live, anything else that actually happens in the life of the driver. So until tomorrow with, I believe, Zombieland Saga and the Return of Banana Fish, I will see you guys then. Bye for now.